Greetings, everybody, and welcome to our latest installment of the Time Travel Baseball League. Big Polly coming to you. And our game for Labor Day, September 3rd, is going to be the game that we had last for you, which was the Dead Ballers and the Wings. Both teams are close to clinching their division. So we will do this game again. It's going to be the leading winner in the pitching annals. That's Amos Brucey against Warren Spahn. If the Futurists win, or if the Stars lose, then they win the B division. The Wings are not too far from winning the A division, and it's just a matter of securing who would be the wild cards. Right now, that would be the Stars and the Explorers, but that could still change. So you got a whole bunch of teams just hovering around that 500 mark. So we will set up this game. Futurists can clinch with a win their division. Okay. So there is your lineup. A little bit of a different lineup than we normally see out of the Futurists, with Maurer leading off and Trout playing center field. And we will do the same thing, put the September 1st limits up. And they always, they use Victor Martinez as a DH, even though he's a catcher. So let's play.
Pitching for Futurists, Amos Brucey.
It's a 78-degree Labor Day night with the wind 2 mile an hour out to center field. Let's show you the lineup for the Wings, the 50s team. We took 28 of the best players from the decade of the 50s. Then they participated in a traveler's draft where any player from any time period could be chosen by any of the 12 teams, and then we finished it up that put 5 fringe players on each team. So you see the lineup there for the Wings, and let's just show you the defense for the Futurists and get this started. Mike Trout making a rather rare start in center field for the Futurists. Otherwise, the lineup pretty much the same. Leading off is going to be Nellie Fox, 277, 4 homers, 39 RBIs, 7 stolen bases, and he has an OPS at 672. Latest readout from the Weather Bureau, 70 degrees. Cabrera made a nice play over to Pujols to retire Nellie Fox. Minnie Minoso, who has not seen a lot of action, 267, 10 homers, 25 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, and OPS at 826. I think we had a game where he homered. Rounder first, and it goes by Pujols, who's playing corners in, expecting Minoso was going to bunt. It went all the way to the wall. Sosa threw it to third, but not before Minoso got there with his triple, and that is triple number 6 for him on the season. Stan Musial, 303, 25 homers, 112 home runs, 112 runs batted in. Pardon me, my mind just wandered there for a second. His stolen base total 4, and his OPS 886. High fly ball. Oh, and Trout with the gun. Gets Minoso at home, so the side retired for the Wings. Warren Spahn, 411, 10 and 14. The numbers on Ruzi we went over, 21 and 6, 294. Ruzi can go 150 pitches. The lefty Spahn can go 130. So let's show you the lineup for the Futurists. You see it there, and we talked about it a little bit in the opening tease. Maurer will be the leadoff man, as I double-checked my OBS. And let's just show you the defense for the Wings. Only Musial is below an 8. He is a 6 at first base. Spahn's whip is 1272 and Maurer 299. 2 homers, 53 ribbies, 1 stolen base, and an OPS at 737. Spahn deals. A little slow roller to Fox, who throws the Musial to get the first out. Mike Trout, 204 at bats, 289 average, 12 homers, 38 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and OPS of 885. In there because he hits lefties well at 320. That's a K. That is number 1 for Spahn. Bringing up Albert Pujols, 289, 28 homers, 90 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, and his OPS at 887. Sky to left, that's going to hook foul, I think. It does. Count now 2-2 to Pujols as we play in single pitch mode. Grounder third, Matthews, Musial, side retired. No score as we go to the second, and the Oklahoma kid, Mickey Mantle, 266, 29 homers, 81 RBIs, and by the way, 10 doubles and 10 triples with an OPS at 885. Ball 4 puts Mantle aboard. Wings are closing in on a division championship, too. And that brings up Eddie Matthews, 274, 21 homers, 73 RBIs, and an OPS at 852. Ruzzi's whip, by the way, is at 1342. Line drive right to Soriano for the first out. And Mantle gets back to first base. Aaron, 315, 23 homers, 97 RBIs, 14 stolen bases, and his OPS of 884. And he hits to Trout in center field for the second out. Trout had to come in a hurry. Yogi Berra, 277, 16 homers, 65 RBIs, just 1 stolen base, and his OPS at 791. Mantle steals second for stolen base number 13 for him. Berra now looking at a 1-0 count as Mantle went on the first pitch. That's a high fly to right, and Sosa will get to that. Side retired. We go now to the bottom of the second, and no score. Barry Bonds, 276, 30 homers, 95 RBIs, 14 stolen bases, and OPS of 926. Warren Spahn deals to him, and that is a walk. Ball 4. A-Rod now up, 307, 33 homers, 110 RBIs, 16 stolen bases, his OPS 939. Hit well to center. Mantle going back, making the play just in front of the warning track for out number 1. Miguel Cabrera, 278, 6 homers, 26 RBIs. His OPS is 825. Throw back to first. Bonds did make it back in time. They're keeping an eye on him. They know he's a stolen base threat. 1-0 pitch. Line drive to Banks for the second out, bringing up another Cub, slamming Sammy Sosa, who's not seen a lot of action. 327, 16 homers, 44 RBIs, but an OPS of 1033. Might be seeing more of him if the Futurists make the playoffs, which almost looks like an absolute certainty at this point. Their magic number 1. The throw back to first, and Bonds is again back in time. No count to Sosa as the pitch is delivered, and this is a fly ball to left, and Minoso makes the play right by the wall. So we have played 2, no score. Temperature now at 78 degrees. Did I misread the weather report? The temperature has gone up, and it's a night game? Oh, well. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, 211, 18 homers, 51 RBIs. He plays shortstop primarily, but he could also play first, and his OPS is at 642. Right to Soriano, and Soriano's been Johnny on the spot for the Futurists so far in this game. That is out number 1 in the top of the third. Victor Martinez has a 9-game hitting streak going, 293, 10 homers, 43 RBIs, 1 stolen base. His OPS, 744. Rusi dealing. Right to Soriano again over to Pujols for the first out. Another great play. Bringing up the top of the order, Nelly Fox 0 for 1, 277. That is skied to center. Trout showing his agility, making the play in right center field. So nothing for the Wings in their third. We go to the Futurists' third. No score. Prince Fielder, 256, 20 homers, 75 RBIs, and an OPS at 740. No stolen bases. He wasn't known to steal bases. Fox to Visual on the ground ball for out number 1. And Alfonso Soriano, 261, 18 homers, 66 RBIs, 19 stolen bases, and an OPS of 730. Grounder, Matthews Musial out there. 2 outs for Joe Mauer, the leadoff man today. 0 for 1, 298. Skied to left. Minoso makes the play in left field. So after 3, it's been very quiet. No score. It's kind of gone like my basketball game went today, but I won't mention the score or who won. Some of you might want to see that. Minoso 1 for 1, a triple, now hitting 271 on the season. Base hit to right field, Sosa collecting, and Minoso is aboard. Mutual 302, 0 for 1 today. Skied to the first base side in foul territory, and Pujols cannot get to that. Rusi is at 35 pitches, and Spawn now at 39. Count is 1-1. And Minoso tried to steal second, could not get a good jump, so the count now 1-2. And a throw back to first does not get Minoso. Next pitch, we think. Skied to center, Trout gets to that. 1 out now for Mickey Mantle, who did not have an official at bat because he walked in the second. He's still hitting 266. Minoso did not get the stolen base. He was caught stealing by that gun of an arm that Joe Mauer has. Now to count 1-0 to the Mick. That's K number 1 for Rusi. And that retires the side after 3.5, no score. Mike Trout up 0 for 1 on the K, hitting 288. Spawn delivers. Banks to Musial for out number 1. Albert Pujols is also 0 for 1, 288. Grounder, Matthews Musial for the second out. And that's going to bring up Barry Bones, as Jim Rohn would call him, who's now going to YouTube, by the way, if you haven't heard. Saw that news over the weekend. No official at bat because he walked in the second, still hitting 276. And Bonds with a pop fly. Fox comes over by the first base area, makes the play, side retired, and we have played 4 innings with the Wings and the Futurists tied 0-0. Each team has left 1 on base. The Wings have the 2 hits so far in the game, which I'll let you draw your own conclusions as to how many hits the Futurists have. But both teams have potent lineups, so I don't think the Futurists will stay hitless long. Matthews 0 for 1, 273, the third baseman. That's a K for Rusi, number 2. He has had 154 Ks to go against 106 walks. I did not show you his starts due to Ron Jucket's starting profile. He was ejected in his last game, a 12-6 win over the Aces August 29th. But he occasionally will get to 10 Ks and has not lost a game since July 15th, with 10-3 loss to the Pioneers. Box scores from the basement has Tim Kirchgen, the noted ESPN analyst, on. Looking forward to that Tuesday night. Aaron is 0 for 1, 315. Grounder third, Cabrera the Pujols. 2 outs for Yogi Berra, 0 for 1, 277. And we're halfway home after the third strikeout for Amos Rusi. No score. And while I'm thinking about it, let's show you the profile for Warren Spahn, who has pitched as many as 152 pitches in a game. And we'll show you what he has done recently. He runs hot and cold. His last start against the Ironmen was a 4-0 loss. He went the distance, pitched 150 pitches, gave up 2 homers. He's been a rather sturdy performer for the Wings. And this could be a time travel series preview we could be looking at. A-Rod is 0 for 1, 306. This is hit well to left. Minoso will just watch it go. A home run for A-Rod, the first hit of the game for the Futurists, and they take that 1-0 lead. Remember, if they win their division. Cabrera is 0 for 1, hitting 276. This is Sky to left center field, and that will go. Back-to-back homers for the Futurists. They got the bats going. Back-to-back jacks make it 2-0. Sammy Sosa, and you know he can hit a home run. 0 for 1, 325. Just watch his bats for cork. And that was a fly to left center. Mantle with the putout. In a game against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays of all teams, Sosa famously got caught with cork in his bat. Prince Fielder, that was back in the early 2000s, I want to say. Prince Fielder 0 for 1, 256. That's a base hit. And Aaron collecting that. Soriano 0 for 1, 260. Sky to center, and Mantle made the play, called Fox off. And back to the top of the order for the third time, go to Futurist. It's now Maurer, who is 0 for 2. Foul. Count now 0-2, at least to this juncture. Spahn deals. And that was Banks just stepping on second to retire the side. After 5, it's now 2-0 Futurists. A win or a Stars loss gives them the clinch for the division. Both teams are playing now. Game 143. Banks 0 for 1, 211. Sky to left, that's going to be foul. Top of the 6th. They play a 154-game season, so both teams now, after this game, will have 11 games left. We'll do our Saturday game next, and then we will do the final day of the season and do as many games as we need to do that have playoff implications. Banks is 0 for 1. That might be a long stream or video. That's K for Ruzi. He has 4 Ks against 1 walk and has only surrendered 2 hits. He has pitched masterfully so far, and he is still only at 57 with 1 out in the 6th. 57 pitches. Martinez 0 for 1, 293. And that is back-to-back Ks for Ruzi, number 5. Fox is 0 for 2, 276. Soft line drive to A-Rod, side retired. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Your score is 2-0. Mike Trout 0 for 2, 286 with a K. Ball 4, and that's a walk for Trout. They're holding him, so he's not really a threat to steal, even though he's got a 9 base running rating. Pujols is 0 for 2, 288. Banks tries to trigger a double play, but Fox was a little slow with the transfer, so they only get the 1 out. So Pujols is at first now for Barry Bonds. 0 for 1 with a walk, 276. And he walks again, number 2. A-Rod 1 for 2, hitting 307. He homered in his last at-bat and has an RBI. And this is hit well to center. Mantle had a good beat on it and records the second out. Miguel Cabrera also homered, as you'll recall, in that 5th inning. Hitting 281 now, his 7th home run. This is skied to right. Could be a tough play. And Aaron makes it. So we go to the 7th. 2-0 Futurists at 86 and 56, and the Wings are at 81 and 61. Minoso is 2 for 2, had a triple earlier, hitting 274. Rusi dealing to him. Oh, and that hit him. Ooh. But it's not really a spot where Rusi would do it deliberately. I'm venturing, but Minoso can steal bases. But with the score 2-0, you might want to try to keep him where he is. Usual is 0 for 2, 301 average. That is grounded right to Pujols. He tries to turn 2, but A-Rod just a bit slow. So Musial is your new runner at first base. Mickey Mantle, 0 for 1, a walk and a K, now hitting 265. That goes right by Soriano in the right field for a base hit. So Mantle is now the tying run at first, and Eddie Matthews is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, 272. Ball 4 is the call, so now Rusi in a spot here with 1 out in the 7th, and Hank Aaron is your hitter, 0 for 2, 314. Mauer's going to talk to him for a moment. And that is a walk. So it's 2-1. Well, Rusi's your best pitcher, so I would just leave him in here. Yogi Berra, 0 for 2, 276. Gotta hope he gets out of it. And that is skied to shallow center. Mantle tried to go for home. He was called out. Take me out to the ball game time. Two to one your score. Futurists representing the best players of the 21st century with travelers abound. Leading the Wings at this point as Rusi got out of a jam, probably the first trouble he has had all game in that 7th inning. Minoso, probably the best hitter so far, 2 for 2 with a triple. So that brings up Sammy Sosa, 323, 0 for 2 today. See if Slamming Sammy can get a hold of one. But no, that is the second K for Spahn. Spahn's at 100 pitches. Rusi is at 89. Spahn's limit is 130. Rough guesstimate limit, I guess you could say. Prince Fielder, 1 for 2, 257. Grounder third. Matthews Musial for the second out. Alfonso Soriano is 0 for 2, hitting 260. Base hit to left. Put Soriano aboard. Back to the top of the order, 4th time through for the Futurist, and Joe Mauer is 0 for 3, 297. Hit well to right center, but Mantle will make the play right at the wall. So the side's retired. See if the Wings could get something going again. In the 8th, they trail 2-1. Rusi now at 3 walks, 5 Ks. Ernie Banks is 0 for 2, hitting 210 with a strikeout today. Up the middle, a base hit. So Banks aboard, bringing up Martinez, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, hitting 291. And there's a pause for a moment as a streaker has run onto the field. Don't look, Ethel. And they have procured that streaker, who will streak no more today. As Baltimore's finest has gotten to her. Martinez is 0 for 2, 291, if I didn't mention that already. That's a K for Rusi, number 6. Back to the top of the order, 4th time through for the Wings. Nellie Fox is 0 for 3, 276. That's a ground ball. Cabrera to Soriano to Pujols, side retired on the double play. So the Wings still looking for that elusive run to get back in the game. See if the Futurists can get some insurance here with the 2-1 lead. Spahn is still in. He's facing Mike Trout, who is 0 for 2, hitting 286. To Banks, over to Musial, not side retired. They get the first out. What was I thinking? Albert Pujols is 0 for 3, 287. Temperature has now gone down to 71 degrees on this balmy Labor Day evening in Baltimore. The 1-1 count that was. And usual, make that Pujols robbed by a great play by Minoso for the second out. Now Barry Bonds, 2 walks today, 0 for 1. Skied to right. Aaron will make the play down by that corner. And the side retired for the Futurists, who have a 2-1 lead going into the ninth. Rusi is at 99 pitches. I'm not going to bring Rivera in. Minoso is 2 for 2 in a triple, hitting .274. Right to Soriano, but a bobble there by Pujols allows Minoso to get on board at first base. I figure, well, Rusi's your best pitcher. We're going to let him win or lose it. Musial is 0 for 3. 3-0-1. Will they keep Minoso at first base? Bring in a pinch runner maybe? No, it's a walk. So Minoso is at second. Musial is at first. And here comes Mickey Mantle. 1 for 2, 267. Rusi is at 106 pitches. To first base, and that's going to be a double up. They caught Musial napping the line drive, so Pujols was able to get to the bag, doubling up Musial. And just like that, the Futurists are now 1 out away from clinching the division. It all comes down to Eddie Matthews. 272, 0 for 2, a walk and a K earlier. And there you go, folks. The Futurists win the division with a 2-1 win over the Wings. Win number 22 for Amos Rusi, which I believe is still the league lead.
The final score from Camden Yards, Futurists 2, Wings 1. Amos Rusi is the winner. He is now 22-6. Warren Spahn is the loser. He is now 10-15. Miguel Cabrera hit home run number 7 on the season. Alex Rodriguez hit number 34. Time of the game, 2 hours, 36 minutes.
So a traveler on the Futurist, Amos Rusi, takes the Player of the Game honors from your car dealership of choice as he procures a 2-1 win. And we will look at the other games that went on in the Time Travel League this day and show you if anything else happened. So everybody in the B division has been eliminated from winning the division. So the Stars, Sultans, Ironmen, Spitfires, and Spirits. The Spirits have been eliminated from everything. So we'll see what happened in the other games. Starting with the Niners and the Sultans. The Sultans of the 20s, 7-5 winners over the Niners. It was Grimes over Maddox. The Ironmen, 7-4 winners over the Pioneers. Gomez over Morris. And Cameron had a big day, 2 for 4 with a homer. His 15th. The Spirits of the 70s are going to get to 60 wins. They beat the Aces 3-1. The Spitfires, a 7-4 win over the Explorers. But the Explorers still have that last wild card spot. The Stars lose to the Deadballers 6-2, despite Tanana's efforts. Plank over Tanana, and Goldschmidt, who plays for the Deadballers, a traveler who went 2 for 4, 2 homers, got to 16 home runs on the season. So we'll do the stats. We'll take a look at the playoff records, not the playoff records, but the chase for those last 3 playoff spots. Everybody in B division, as I said, is eliminated. Only the Explorers, Niners, and Deadballers could win the A division, but the Explorers are 8 back, the Niners are 11 back, and the Deadballers are also 11 back. So the Stars, Explorers are right now in the wild card position. The Sultans are 1 back out of that last wild card. The Niners and Deadballers 2 back. The Aces and Pioneers 3 back. The Ironmen are 5 back. And the Spitfires are 6 back with 11 to play. So let's look at the statistics and get on out of here. It was Bill Dickey leading the league right now. Still's been leading the league for a while at 356. Walter Johnson, your top ERA man, 207. Mark McGwire, 47 home runs. We saw Amos Rusi get his 22nd win. Mark McGwire, also your Ribby leader at 120. Rivera with 18 saves. He might come in handy for the Futurists come playoff time. Cobb and Duffy have been fighting it out for the stolen base lead. Cobb right now with a 51-50 advantage. Clemens now 11 ahead of Bob Feller in the strikeouts at 207 to 196. Babe Ruth has the superior OPS at 1071, and Walter Johnson, your best whip, at 1036. So that's it, folks. Another episode of the Time Travel League done. We will go to the Saturday game, which will be September 8th, and then we do the final game or games of the regular season, whichever games have relevance. We'll do one of the games at least, and maybe more. This has been Big Polly. Godspeed. God bless. We will do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody.